Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to a brand new Minecraft video. So hey guys, what is going on? And hopefully you're having a fabulous day. And as you can see by the little intro, hopefully you did enjoy that. We are building another Minecraft survival base. Now, you guys absolutely loved the free player survival base. It's got over 200,000 views, so clearly you guys are enjoying that kind of stuff. So behind me right here, I do have a 2-player ultimate survival base. Now, as you can see, it pretty much has everything you will need for survival. It's got an enchantment room, it's got 2 kind of bedrooms, and 2 separate storage rooms for each player, and then it's kind of got a joint storage room in the middle. But without further ado, let's get into building this thing. So guys, let's get into building this really awesome survival base. Now, the first thing that we're going to be using is just some oak wood. We're going to go with the materials basically as we go along, and in front of me, as you can see, I've done some markings out of where all these first pillars that we're going to be placing are going to go down, just to kind of help me out and help you guys out, so it's a little less complicated. And we can just get it done nice and, you know, properly, instead of just, you know, me messing up and counting. You know how it is. I just want it to be as easy to follow as possible. So, wherever you want, you're going to place your first block of oak log. Okay, and we're going to bring this up by 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, remember, every pillar I'm going to be placing is going up 5 blocks. Okay, all of these oak wood pillars are 5 around the build. We're going to jump 3 blocks. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up like that. Okay, so this is going to basically be the front area, and the rest of the build kind of spins off from this. We're going to jump 1 diagonal block and place a little pillar like this. Okay, and I'm basically just going to raise them by 1, and then we're going to go around and we're going to bring them all up to 5 in height like these front ones. Okay, you're going to jump 2 blocks, place another one, jump another 2 blocks, and place another oak. Okay, we're then going to go to the side. We're going to jump 2 blocks, place an oak block, jump 2 blocks, place an oak block, 2 blocks, place another oak block, 1, 2, another oak, 1, 2, another oak, and then a final 2 blocks space, and then another oak block. So as you can see, all of the gaps in between the oak are 2 blocks, and you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 blocks of oak in total on this side. But I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so we're basically going to do that side, come and do this side. Just kind of make it easier for you guys because it is a symmetrical build. So, diagonal block, place our first oak. We're going to jump 2, place, and jump 2 again. What we're then going to do, 2 blocks, oak, 2 blocks, oak, 2 blocks, oak, and then along again until you're in line with that one there. Okay, so you'd have 7, of course, on this side, and 7 on that side. Now, what we're going to be doing is counting 4 blocks. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to place another oak like so. Come to this side and do exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, we're going to place the oak down. Coming back to the front of the build, we're going to come to this little oak block here. We're going to jump 1 away and place an oak like this. We're then going to jump 1, 2 blocks and place another oak. Okay, then diagonally next to it, directly next to it, we're going to place another oak. Okay, so you should have this from above in the corner. We're then going to jump 1, 2 blocks, place an oak, 1, 2, oak, 2 blocks, and oak. Okay, we're now going to go to this side and repeat that. So, jump 1, block of oak, jump 2, block of oak, directly diagonal, 2, and you get the picture. We're going to bring it all the way to the end, exactly the same as we did on that side. So, as you can see from the top, you should have this. Okay, we're now going to come to our first front pillar, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on the 8th block, we're going to place a block of oak. Okay, we're then going to place 2 more diagonally next to it, so 1 and 2. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So come to this pillar here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8th block, place our oak down, 2 diagonally next to it like this. What we're then going to do is jump 1 block, so leave a gap, place another one, and we're going to bring this along 3 more. So 1, 2, 3, diagonally. So not straight, not kind of this way or that way, it's just completely diagonal, and you should have 4. We're going to do exactly the same here, so make sure you leave your gap, place your oak block, and then place 3 more in a diagonal pattern. Okay, so what we're going to do now is come to this block 4 away from here, and we're going to count 2 along, place an oak block, 2 along, and place an oak block. We're going to do exactly the same on this side, so count 2, place, and count 2, and place. And now all the oak block placements are actually done, and these are going to make the full pillars for the house, or the majority of the supporting pillars. Now what we're going to do is go around this build and raise all of these so they're in 5 in height. So that means you're going to add 4 more blocks onto each of the 1 block oaks we have placed. Okay, so as you can see now, all of these pillars have been raised to 5 in height. All of them should be 5, so remember, you shouldn't have any different. They should all be 5, and I'm just going to fly up above, get rid of my hotbar so you guys can see the pattern that you should have on your screen. You can kind of count about and roughly see where the blocks are placed. Okay, the next thing we are going to be doing to this build is actually adding the front entrance. So for that, you're going to need some oak wood planks, some oak wood stairs, some oak doors, and oak wood slabs. Okay, so what we're going to do is jump 1 block diagonal and place a little block of oak, jump 1 block and place another one. So you should have this block completely diagonal to that, and you should have a gap in the middle, and this is where the door is going to go. But now I'm going to raise this by 1, 2, 3, and 4, like this. 1, 2, 3, so that is 4 in height. What we're then going to be doing is jumping 2 blocks up, and on the 3rd block, we're going to place an upside down stair like so, and on top of that, another upside down oak stair. On top of this, we're going to place 1, 2, and 3 oak slabs like this. We're going to break this block here. We're going to go in and we're going to grab ourselves some cobblestone. We're going to place that in the center like that. We're going to hop to the back of this block and place it down an oak door. Okay. The entrance is now complete. We're now going to be adding 2 windows either side of this little entrance. So what we're going to do is place an oak block in between these 2 oak pillars here. On top of that, we're going to place 1, 2 blocks of glass, and on top of that, another oak block, just like this. We're then going to repeat that on the other side. We're going to place 1 oak block, 2 glass, and another oak, like so. What then we're going to be doing is placing a fence on top of the single oak block, a fence either side of that, and then we're going to take these down 1, 2, 3, and 4 till they reach the ground. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And of course, we're going to repeat that on the other side. So single on top, 2 either side, and then bringing them down to meet the floor by 4 blocks. Okay, we're now going to be heading to the back of the build. We're going to come to this little area here where there's a 4 block gap. And we're going to jump 1 block down and place 1, 2, 3, and 4 upside down oak stairs like this. We're then going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4 normal ones. 4 more upside down, and then 4 more normal stairs like that, giving you this 2 kind of ridge effect. And as you can see from the side, it's pretty effective and does add a lot of depth to the build. We're going to do exactly the same on this side now. So we can start at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4 normal upside down stairs above, then our normal stairs, and then our upside down stairs. Now the next part is pretty simple. We're going to be filling in kind of the outside walls with some oak wood, okay? And we're just going to bring them up by 3 in between each, I guess, 2 gap space in between the pillars. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to double it up just like that, okay? Now we're going to do that all the way around from the front and down this side, okay? So we're just basically bringing it 3 up and 2 along. So you should have a 2 by 3 oak rectangle in between all of these pillars of oak wood. Perfect. You're now going to want to do that on the other side. Okay, now on top of all these oak, we're going to place 1, 2 upside down stairs like this, okay? And we're going to do that all the way along on top of every 2 by 3 section of oak that we just placed. All the way around. And these are actually going to be, I guess, the things that the fences go on, or basically supports you don't fall off the build. Also adds a little bit of depth as well to the project, like so. So these little sections now should be 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks height in total. We're now going to jump into this little section here, and we're going to do exactly the same as we did on all the surrounding walls in these bits as well. So 1, 2, 3, double it up, do exactly the same. Onto the other side. And then we're going to place our upside down stairs above them. Just like that. Okay, now from the back of the build, we're going to jump to the side. Okay, and we're going to count 1, 2, and on the third panel of oak in, we're going to delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Basically all the oak blocks that you placed on it. We're going to come and from the inside, place 1, 2 upside down stairs like this. We're now going to do exactly the same on the other side. So we're going to count to the third panel in, delete the 6 oak blocks, stand from the inside, and place 2 upside down stairs facing inwards. These are going to be the exits you can use to get to your tree farms at the side of the base. Okay, now we're going to come to the right corner for this little square section at the back, and we're going to hop down to the ground. Okay, we're going to grab yourself some birchwood planks or any other wood you really want, and we're going to fill this section in here with 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those, just like this. Then what we're going to be doing is placing 2 oak blocks, 1 block down from the top of the oak pillar, and then 2 upside down oak stairs on the bottom of that. In between these 2, I guess, logs, we're going to delete the blocks on the floor, replace them with cobble, and place 2 oak wood doors on the back of that block, like so. What we're then going to do is go to the other side and repeat exactly the same thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks of birch, 1, 2 oak along the top, 1 block down, 2 upside down stairs, remove the grass blocks, place some cobble down, and then of course we're going to place the oak doors on the back of the cobble. You can now actually replace all the grass in this little square section with cobblestone or any material of your choice. I'm just using cobble because, I don't know, I prefer it. I think it looks pretty good, and it just works well for the bases. Most of the ground in this base is actually going to be cobblestone, so if you want to change that up, I'm just telling you now, and you're in survival, of course you're going to want to grab another material instead of cobble, because that is going to be the majority floor. Okay, now we're going to grab our oak wood stairs, and we're going to hop down to the side of the build, and in between these pillars on the other side of these ones, we're going to place 1, 2 upside down stairs in between each of them, going around the edge. So you do this, and then what we're going to do on this corner block is turn it, and we're going to add another one of those 2 upside down stairs. We're going to do exactly the same on this side of the build. So 2 upside down stairs in between each of the pillars, like that, all the way around the edge, and from above you should have this. Okay, now coming to the front of the house, what we're going to do on this little pillar here where we ended off placing the upside down stairs is we're going to count 1 diagonal back. Okay, actually we're going to do this from the top block. Okay, so 1 diagonal like this. We're going to place another diagonal block like so, and bring it forward. Okay, so you should have this little 1 diagonal, another, and then bring it so it's 2 wide. We're then going to grab our oak blocks and place 1, 2, 3 along the bottom of those, and then delete the oak blocks that we just placed. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side, so come diagonal by 1, diagonal again, bring it along, and then on the bottom of those, 1, 2, 3 oak blocks, and removing the blocks we used to support those. We're then going to grab our oak wood stairs, and in these little gaps, in this little, I guess, hexagon circle kind of thing, we're going to jump 1 block down, place an upside down stair like this, do exactly the same on the back, upside down stair, do exactly the same on the other side, upside down stair, and from the above we have this. Okay, now we're going to be grabbing our birch wood slabs. Okay, you can use any slabs you want, cobblestone, stone, you know, dark acacia, anything really that you find decent to use in your builds, but I'm just using birch because I prefer it. Okay, and we're going to start placing them on the top of these blocks. Okay, so I'm going to start filling in all of the gaps with birch. You should pretty much by now have a clear layout of where all these birch slabs are going to be going. I mean, at this point, you know, we've marked out a lot of this build. As you can see, it's pretty much just one big kind of area for us to fill in these birch slabs. Ooh, all the way around. And this is basically going to be a big platform we can walk about. We can, you know, enter the nether portal. We can use the enchant table, all of that good stuff. So as you can see at the front, there's basically 2 circles in the shape of, I guess, maraca or whatever you want to call it, or goggles. And they should be all birchwood, as you can see from my screen. We're then going to start filling in this little walkway around with birch slabs. Fill in all the gaps, remember. Don't leave any. With birch. All the way around. You're then going to do exactly the same on this back section here. The cube, this is actually going to be one of the 2 bedrooms. Perfect. Hop over to the other side and we can start doing exactly the same. Oh, I'm pretty bad at placing blocks today, honestly. Like, keep getting them wrong and mixed up, but it's okay, it's okay. The auto jump does not help the situation. Nearly done. Fill in all these in. Make sure you, you know, get them all. And don't miss any. and from above you should have this. We're now going to grab our oak leaf blocks, and on top of these oak woods, we're going to place 1, 2, and 3, and on the other side, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, what we're then going to be doing is jumping to this little section here, placing 1, 2, 3 along there. Okay, turn, 1, 2, 3, turn, and 1, 2, 3. We're then going to bring these up by another layer each, like so, giving you 3 2 high, 3 block wide leaf bushes. We're then going to be placing a leaf on the top of these 2 oak blocks as well. We're now going to grab our oak wood fences, and we're going to place these in all of the gaps around the edges of the build between the oak blocks. So, as you can see, I'm going to start at the front, and I'm going to work my way around to the left of the house. We're going to do it around the entire thing, and as you can see, I'm doing it pretty slow, taking it steady for you guys, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm basically just filling in the gap. We basically got a dot to dot, and we're just joining it up. Do exactly the same on the other side. Very, very simple, and like I said, we've pretty much marked everything out from the beginning, so each step should be pretty simple for you guys to follow, and hopefully you'll have the same thing as me by the end of this video. So, placing them on this middle section now, we're just going to place a fence in between here, and exactly the same on this side. Now what we're going to do is place 1, 2 fence in this corner, and do exactly the same in the other 3 corners next to each bush. We're now going to be placing some oak fence gates. We're going to jump to this middle section, place an oak gate here, and an oak gate here, so you can open them up and enter the walkways. We're going to go all the way around the walkway, and we're going to place one in between these 2 blocks entering the bedroom, and do exactly the same on the other side, like so. Now coming in the front of the build, what we're going to be doing is in between each of these oak pillars is placing 2 cobblestone blocks to replace the grass in between on the floor. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Delete all these, place some cobblestone, and on top of the cobble are going to be 2 fences in between each of the 2 oak pillars. Like this. Now what we're going to do is come to this little corner block in between 2 oak pillars, delete the floor, place a bucket of water, and on top of that place 3 oak leaves like so. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side, replace that with a water bucket, and then place 3 blocks up. Now what we're going to do is grab our oak leaves, we're going to place 1, come diagonally by 2 more, 1, 2, and then on this block here, we're going to place another 2 facing this way. We're now going to place 1 just here, diagonal to this block, bring it along by 1 diagonal, and then place another 2 just like so. We're going to repeat this on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 more like this. Diagonal by 1, 2 along, and then 3 and 4 in this little pattern here. Okay, now in this little area, what you're going to be doing is going in and grabbing pretty much whatever you want to place down. I'm just going to place a bunch of random flowers, you know, spice it up, make it look pretty and all that, but you can put, I don't know, cacti or, you know, whatever you want in these little areas. It doesn't matter too much, but as long as it looks pretty, and, you know, that is all that matters. As long as you like it, actually, you know, it doesn't even have to be pretty. It could be pretty damn ugly. But, you know, it's just personal preference. In these little sections here, you could also place something. Doesn't really matter too much. But there we go. We're now facing the back of the build now, and what we're going to be doing is jumping to this block here, counting 1 diagonal, and next to that, placing an oak log like this with 2 leaves on top. We're going to do exactly the same on this side. Place it down, and 2 oak leaves. And now what we're going to be doing is actually placing a lot of cobble down, okay? We're pretty much just going to be filling all of this area in. You know, basically anywhere there's grass in between blocks is going to be cobblestone. And you'll see from my screen at what I'm doing, all of this is going to be cobble, all of this is going to be cobble, all in between these leaves is going to be cobble, all up until here. And the cobble is actually going to stop in this little block, okay? So in between this little, I guess, bush plant, and in between this log is where the cobble's going to stop on each side, so make sure you mark that out. Everything else is going to be filled in with cobblestone block. Okay, so as you can see, I filled all of this kind of interior space of the floor with cobblestone. Okay, now where we ended the cobblestone last time, we're going to place a fence gate just like this, a fence gate like so, and then what we're going to be doing is removing these blocks and actually filling it in with cobble underneath. There is a reason for this. Basically, when the farmland shows, we can cover this up for now, but basically when we dig it up, place farmland, you can see, and the cobblestone just looks nicer underneath. Okay, so the last thing we did was fill this entire place with cobblestone. We're now going to actually add some diorite into the floor. Okay, give it a little bit of a texture mix and make it look a bit more interesting. So from the inside, what we're going to be doing is jumping one away from the oak wall and placing 1, 2, 3 diorite in the ground just like this. We're then going to place another 1, 2, 3 off the side, diagonally leaving a cobble block in the corner. Doing exactly the same on this side, and then, of course, doing again on this side. And then what we're going to do in the middle of that is place a diorite block. We're now going to repeat this exact same pattern in this little area here. So in between these two, we're going to jump one in, delete those blocks, place them with diorite. Then we're just going to repeat the pattern that we did on there in this little area as well. Now what we're going to do is break this block here in the middle and replace it like that. So now I just think this adds a little bit more. You don't have to do it, of course, if you don't want to, but I do think it does add to the build. I mean, you walk in as a bit of a texture mix now. It just doesn't look as plain and as boring. Now what we're going to be doing is breaking, let's see, this little slab on top of here on this oak pillar, and exactly the same on this side. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4 ladders, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so this is going to be one way to get into the build, like that. And then what we're going to do is actually jump down into the back room, go all the way to the far right corner, break this slab, and place 1, 2, 3, and 4 ladders like so. Okay, so you'll be able to get up from the front of the build, and you'll be able to get up to the top deck from the bedrooms, okay, or from the little area in or under the bedroom. We're going to go to this one, do exactly the same, back corner, break the block, and place 1, 2, 3, and of course 4 ladders like that, allowing you to get on to the second bedroom. Okay, now we're going to go over to the corner, I guess, bedroom area. And what we're going to be doing on this block is place 1, 2, and 3 oak fence like that. We're then going to come to the corner block and place another 1, 2, and 3. And we do that on the other side of this. So 1, 2, 3 on this corner. And you see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 on that corner as well. Now this is actually going to be where we're going to build the roof over the bedroom, or a little shelter, as you can see over there. It's got a roof. And we're going to do that now. Okay, so we're going to place a block on each of the corners, like that, a spruce slab. You can use any slab you want, you know, dark oak, whatever colors you really want to put into your build, just incorporate the roof that same color. We're then going to join these up along the sides, and I just completely failed that. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Connect all these up. Oh, I am on one today. Like this. Perfect. What we're then going to do is place a block in each corner of the middle section, raise them up by 2 slabs, like that. Now what we can do is connect these on the top slab part of that, like so. And then what you're going to want to do is place a little block in the corner, bring it up, delete the block under it, and place 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blocks. And this gives you a really, really nice kind of shelter roof. Now, I personally think this design works super, super well. It's not exactly extravagant, you know, it's not a crazy roof design, but it does, you know, supply the needed shelter for the little bedroom. We're now going to repeat exactly the same design on this side, but I am going to speed it up because, you know, you just watched me do it once. You don't need to watch me do it again. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so now these shelters are both done, and it's time to place some furniture. Okay, so for the bedroom, we're going to place some furniture. We're going to place 2 beds in the center like that. You can place 1 if if you're thinking like, oh, 1 person's going to be sleeping here, you know, you're only going to need 1 bed. Well, just for looks and aesthetics, I've placed 2 down to make a double. We're going to place 2 chests to make a double chest on the end of the bed like that. In this little corner here, we're going to place a diagonal facing armor stand with whatever armor you choose to place on it. We're then going to grab some torches, and we're just going to place 1 here next to that fence. Exactly the same on the other side, and repeat this on the right hand side. Perfect. So the interior for the bedroom isn't really much, but you know, it's just enough. And now what we're going to do is head into this little area and add some. Okay, so on the inside, what we're going to do is grab our furnaces, place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 like this, and then a crafting table in the middle. Okay, what we're then going to do in this corner block is place 1, 2, another, and a third double chest all the way up, and it opens because of course we've got the slab block on top. What we're then going to do next to that is place ourselves an anvil like this, And then we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks of grey carpet. We're going to grab our torches, and on these third blocks up, place 1 torch, and on the other side, place another torch. Okay, so now what we're going to do is do exactly the same on the other side as we did on this side. Your bedrooms are going to look the same, and the insides of here, unless you want them different, are going to be the same as well. Okay, so this side has also been completed. I'm just going to close the door, fly up. As you can see, it's completely identical to the other side, and the bedrooms are complete. Okay, now in the front part of the house, we're also going to place some armor stands in front of these oak blocks either side, and just place some armor on there. Now, these just act as, I guess, extra armor, and of course some decoration as well, because armor stands do look pretty good. So it's kind of for the sake of it, kind of if someone else visits your base, I guess, if you're on an SMP or something and they need some armor, they can take them off the armor stand and of course return them later. But I just thought it was a cool idea to maybe have some extra. Next, we're going to make our master chest room. So basically in this centerpiece, it's just going to be a load of chests for you guys to store some stuff. We're going to start by placing 1, 2, 3 up on either side of the back door like that. Exactly the same on the other side. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 like that. Okay, we're then going to place another 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3 here, and yeah, that is pretty good. You're not going to place them here because, you know, there's no need. So basically what you're going to do is have it different on both sides, but it doesn't really matter. We're then going to grab our torches and place some either side of these doors, just like that, to add some extra lighting into the room. We can also place some torches on the middle blocks just here, turn around and place some next to the door for extra lighting, and you know, to make sure mobs do not spawn in this place, because that ain't going to be too fun. We're also going to jump into this little walkway here, place a torch on this oak pillar in the middle block, and exactly the same on that one. So, you know, there's kind of 2 either side of the corner. Of course, we're going to repeat it on this side, so in the middle of both sections. Then we're going to come to the little bedroom area or access point and place 2 torches either side of the double door. Of course, go to the other side and repeat it. We can just close them now. But now the base is pretty well lit up. Next, we're going to add in our enchanting room. So, of course, for that, you're going to need your bookshelves. And in front of basically all the leaves, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And do exactly the same on all 3 sides. Now, on the middle block, just here, we're going to place our enchantment table. Of course, because you're going to need that to make the enchantments. And on the top of all the fences, next to the bookshelves, you're just going to place some torches to light up the area like this. Now we're going to place our nether portal, which of course kind of hides the enchantment area, and we're going to break these 2 oak leaves that we placed earlier on. We're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to now add 5 more blocks on top of this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to bring it along like that. Of course, you're going to grab yourself a flint and steel, light it up, and your nether portal is there. Now, I thought this was a really cool place to actually have a nether portal. Don't know why, it just kind of seemed right. Honestly, like, I mean, you know, it's bang in the center of the base. It kind of looks cool from the outside. And if you want to, I'm not going to go through it because I'll end up going to the nether, but you can just kind of hop through. And a little bit hidden and tucked away is the enchantment room, which I think is a really cool feature. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of decoration to the front of the house, and we're going to grab ourselves some oak leaves. We're going to place 1, 2, jump in, 3, and 4. Okay, do that on both sides. So 1, 2 along, 2 diagonal to make 4, like so. We're then going to place ourselves a 1, 2, 3, and 4 grass blocks, and on the end of that, another oak leaf. On the front of these grass blocks, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4 trapdoors, and flick those down. We're then just going to place some white plants, white tulips, and bullets to be, you know, precise. We'll do exactly the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Little bush on the end. Flick all those trapdoors down on the front of the grass. White plants, and we are good. We're now going to add some lighting. We're just going to place a torch on either side of those, like that. 1 and 2, and then we're going to place some on this oak pillar. Okay, so next to the door, 1 torch, and next to the door on this side, next to the oak block, another torch. And from the front, it just kind of adds a lot, I guess, to the front. It just makes it look a lot nicer, and it also lights the place up. Now the long awaited farm is now going to be added. Coming to the back of this house, what we're going to be doing is, okay, breaking these 2 blocks here on each side and placing a double chest. Now I figured I'd place these here because, I don't know, it kind of just made sense to have some chests to keep your seeds in instead of having to take up storage on the master chest room. So I figured it was just a little good idea, you know, so don't hate me for it. Just gonna go with it. We're then gonna break, or we're gonna grab ourselves a shovel rather, and we're just gonna kind of create a 1-2 block on each side path, and we're gonna carry that all the way to the front, like this, okay? And then we're gonna bring this 3 blocks back, so 1, 2, oh, I did that completely in the wrong place. Need to replace that. we're going to do it in the center. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, like this. And we're then going to dig out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 blocks, okay, of grass. On the bottom here, we're going to remove these as well. And we're actually going to go grab some cobblestone and replace that on the bottom of there. Like this. We're going to place a cobblestone block in the center, okay. And we're going to fill all of these gaps with some water, okay. Of course, because it's going to be our farm area, we're going to need some water around it, of course, to, I guess, what does it actually do? I don't really play survival, so I don't know, but I know you need water to help the crops grow, yada, yada, yada. So, under these blocks as well, we're going to place some water. I don't know if you can see me do that, but, oh no. None of that. That ain't wavy. Okay, I need to, redo that, but there should, oh god. What have I done? I'm a mess. So there should be water in them 2 blocks, basically, is what I'm saying. Remove them. Place some water like that. We're then going to dig up these as well. Just place water under them all, pretty much. Fill these back up with some grass. And then we're going to hoe these little 4x3 sections. And place in some seeds. Okay, so of course this is wheat. You can grow whatever you want. Watermelons, carrots. We are going to place some carrots as well. So, there is going to be enough room for, I guess, 2 sections of crops. We're now going to grab a wooden shovel again. Create a 2-block path to 3. Okay, we're then going to bring it out 1, 2, 3, 4 each side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, what we're then going to do is jump 2 blocks back. Delete these blocks. All the way along. Like this. Remove the bottoms of it with some cobblestone, and then we're going to place in some water. Okay, so all the way along like this. Okay, and then we're going to hop all the ground in between this section, and we're going to be placing some carrots. Okay, so I'm going to go and grab the carrots, place them down all the way along. And now I just think this is a really practical farm. It's not the biggest, I know. It's not like an insane farm. I'm placing the wrong thing down, I'm aware, but it just does the job, and it does look pretty. And of course, you don't want to go completely overboard and place this insane farm on not the biggest survival base. It just, in my opinion, wouldn't look right, but I think we've kind of got it right. Okay, now on either side of this, we're just going to break these blocks all the way along, fill them with cobble to border it off, just like this. Now what we're going to do is take it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it all the way back to this corner block of oak. Fill all this in with our cobble as well. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side as per usual. It's a pretty symmetrical build. I feel like you guys have got used to now repeating what you do on one side on the other, because that is just what you got to do. Okay, now we're going to be placing 2 fence, leave a gap, 3 fence, exactly the same on the other side, 2, leave a gap, and 3. Now we can place fences all the way around and connect it to the wooden post at the end. Like so. Now we're going to place some oak fence gates in between these gaps we left, so we can get into each of the animal pens. These are going to hold animals, if you're wondering what we were building. We're then going to shovel all this area up to kind of make the ground look a little bit worn, make it look like it's been trodden on by the animals, just a little bit used, and it kind of just makes it look a lot more aesthetically pleasing as well. If you guys are into that, we're then going to grab our fences and we're going to join this up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it kind of links it up and completes the shape. What we're now going to do is go in and grab some cows. What are little cow spawners? We need those. And we need, of course, some chickens. I'm going to place some cows down in this right one. Perfect. Go to the left-hand side, and we're going to place a butt ton of chickens, just like that. Now, I'm going to go away and bone meal all of these crops, just to kind of make them a little bit better for the tutorial. And I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, so the farm at the back of the base is completely grown out, all the crops are grown, and it is looking pretty sweet. The final thing to add to our 2-player survival base is the little tree farms on either side, so let's get straight into that. Okay, for this you are going to need some cobblestone blocks and some oak fence. We're going to hop to the right hand side of the build. We're going to jump into the 4th block, which is of course some oak, and we're going to delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 blocks of dirt. We're going to fill that in now with cobble. And we're going to take this on the final block all the way back to the end. Okay, we're going to connect it up to this cobblestone block, and then of course fill in all the gaps with some cobblestone. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now on top of these, we're just going to place some fences all the way around to kind of, I guess, border it off, make sure no one gets in, no mobs can get in, all that good stuff, because of course it is going to be part of the base, and you don't want things getting in there. We're now going to grab ourselves some stone slabs like this, and from this side we're going to jump 2 in and place one like that, okay? We're going to place one diagonal on each side, and then one diagonal from them, making this little, I guess, star shape. We're then going to leave 2 block gap, do another one of these shapes, 2 block gap, place another one of these shapes, 2 block gap, and place another one of these shapes, okay? Like this. So in total, you should have 4 of these shapes in a row. We're now going to be grabbing ourselves some azure bluets and some white tulips, and what we're going to do is just basically do these all the way along the back. I'm going to do them every other block is a different flower. You guys can just mix it up how you want. Like this. Place in the azure bullets as well. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is on these blocks along the wall, we're going to do exactly the same, okay? Perfect. Other blocks in between, and you're going to take them up to the door. You're not going to want to place them on these 2 blocks, because of course you're going to need to walk out here, so it's probably not the best idea. We're going to go in and grab some torches now, and place them either side, like that, and we can also place them, I guess, on the ends. Doesn't really matter, but it's just to kind of add some lights to the tree farms. What we're now going to do is go in and grab ourselves some oak saplings, place them in the gaps in between these little planters that we did before. And now before we bone mill, because it's just going to be easier for you guys, you're going to do all the remaining grass blocks that do not have something on it. We're going to dig those up and make them into path blocks. So as you can see, I'm going to do that now. All the way along, I just think the path block is just one of my favorite things to do. I think it looks so worn, it looks so, I guess, how do I... It just adds so much, honestly. Like, I'm kind of rambling at this point. It's very early in the morning. I don't know why I'm recording at this time. My voice is going because I've been recording for so long, but, you know, let's just accept it. The plant, see, I'm losing the plot. The path block, that looks very nice, and I do appreciate it. We're just going to do these ones as well, in between the door, like that. And now, of course, the final thing to do is grab ourselves our bone mill. You guys are going to have to wait for them, if you are in survival. We're just going to, you know, bone all these things up. Get them going. There we go. That one's a little low, but that's all cool. It doesn't matter. And our tree farm is done. Now, I just want to address, you are going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Of course, I'm going to do it off camera because I don't need to repeat what I just did on this side, on that side. In actual fact, the final thing we really need to do is just place some flowers along here as well. And you're going to repeat exactly what we've done on this side, like I just said on that side. And I will see you in just a second. So guys, we are done. The Minecraft 2-player Ultimate Survival Base has been built. Hopefully you guys, you know, have followed along and have got the exact same thing that I have built. Personally, dude, I'm thrilled with this build. I just think it looks really cool. I'm trying not to repeat myself. I'm super tired. I've been recording for like an hour and a half, but this thing is cool. You know, hopefully you guys appreciate it and have built it. And if you have built it, make sure to tweet me some pictures because I will be, you know, stoked to see that and, you know, give you guys some feedback. But tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Hopefully you do appreciate the grind. Honestly, it's been real lately. I've been uploading every other day constantly and try not to miss any. I'm really, really happy with YouTube at the moment and, you know, just trying to get to 100k. That is my goal, and it has been since I started. So if you guys haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the channel for new content. And just like this, every other day, you know, usually 8 PM GMT or 7:30. It kind of just depends on, you know, how I feel that day. Yeah, leave a like on this video if you did enjoy. Comment down below, like I said, what you want me to build in the future. I love you all so, so much. I'm going to go to bed because I am tired as hell. Stay creative, stay positive, and of course, I'll see you in my next Minecraft video. Bye, guys.